Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we bring you another video in an entirely different space, an entirely different background. It's a long story, maybe we'll tell it at the end of this video. Yes, welcome back to another video. It's been a while. It has not been by choice. Yes, it hasn't been by choice, but I'm glad to be in front of your phone screen or your TV screen, laptop screen, whatever. Yes, and I have here with me this person who is no longer a guest on this channel. You know who this is.
Co-owner.
Yes, he's the silent partner. Yes.
Angel investor.
Angel, yes, angel investor.
I'll tell you more about what an angel investor is later.
I think I know now. I did business studies. I mean, I studied business in the university. What do you mean? Anyway, yeah, so today we're going to be starting a story time series. You know, me and him, we're starting a story time series, and I don't know, we should start from how we met, but we should tell it again, right?
First of all, I did not know. I think the story time series, nobody tell me that.
Babe, I sent you a whole list. I sent you like four things.
These are some videos we can shoot.
I don't say we can shoot. I say prepare for this video.
The point is that like, you can't tell me say that series. I don't know, say season 1, episode 1 day now. Oh, yeah,
guys, this is my husband.
No problem, no problem.
Yes. So we'll be telling you guys about how we met. I know some of you have seen the how we met video I did, which was just me, you know, and I'm just thinking like maybe I should have waited for my husband to make that video. But it's okay
with you.
Yes, to make that video with me. Thank you so much. Sometimes I complete the sentence in my head, but I've not actually completed it. So today we are going to be telling the story together. You know, there's only so much I can say, especially when it's just me talking. So I brought my husband here with me. So watch out.
To say his own side.
Yeah, to say his own side. And watch out, because we're going to be giving you guys hot gist. I hope you guys can hear us with all, you know, the natural breeze and everything around us. So
please tell us that our mic
delivering
on his noise cancellation.
His noise cancellation promise.
Deliver.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so watch out for this series. We're going to talk about how we met, our proposal, you know, for how finding out the miracle surrounding finding out our genotype, how my husband ruined my surprise bridal shower. We have a whole lot of story to tell you guys, all right? So make sure you stick around for the series. Yes, so let's just head right into the video.
Now, for some reason, she and I cannot agree on the first time that we saw each other.
Yeah.
In my defense, I was a new student in a new school. So was she.
Yes, we're both new students.
I came for studies.
Wow.
Not for woman. So I don't know the first time I actually saw her, but the first time I remember taking note of her was, okay, like I've seen her before, but like when she really stood out to me was the first time I saw her in Mufti. So for some reason she was in my church. I was part of the technical team preparing on Saturdays against Sundays, you know, setting up sound and all of that. And she came for one bit. And then I saw this lady, you know, I say it was blue, she says it was red. You see what? This is our...
Yes, it was blue, I remember.
After how many years?
Well, I feel like I've also come there in red. You mean you didn't see me in the red?
I don't know, but I'm talking about the first time
that you noticed
you were wearing
me.
A blue
yes,
gown.
It was a blue gown.
You know, and I was walking past and I was like, you know, it was just like, you have to be lying to me. Like, my eyes must be deceiving me. Like, I've been seeing this person every day in school on uniform. Who is this? What is this glorious thing I'm seeing now, you know? It's like, you know, I remember that was a thought in my mind, like, uniform can deceive, uniform can lie, you know, like uniform can cover. Yeah, so she looked stunning, absolutely stunning to me. I was, you know, awestruck, and then I was trying my best to like cover up because I'm sure my face had already given it away. And she walked up to me like, "Hi, how are you now?" You know, like familiarizing with famsing this guy because we're schoolmates. And I was just there like really awestruck and trying to play it cool. after that, yeah, let's say that I couldn't go back to school and not take note of her anymore. Like, I could now finally distinguish her face from the crowd.
Yeah.
The next time, which is really like how we eventually started talking, you know, how we kicked it off, was in econs class. So I was in arts, she was in science, but we used to take economics class together.
Yeah.
It was a combined class. So
yeah,
this particular day, I was sitting on my own, jejely, and she and her friend were sitting behind me, and I was paying attention to the teacher. You know, as a good student, make I learn, make I hear what I wanted to learn. And then someone, you know, flicked my ear, you know, pop! It was painful. It hurt. And I immediately got annoyed. And so I turned around to see who it was. You know, I was a new student, you know, and I wasn't like socializing with everyone yet. So I was like, who would have the liver to do this to me? You know, like, we're not even on talking terms. So I was absolutely looking at only guys, like, which of these guys could it be?
Yeah.
And everybody was looking straight ahead with a straight face. So I didn't know. So I turned back. Bop! Again. And I turned around and looked. And everybody had a straight face on looking at the teacher. Nobody even looked at me. And I just concluded that it had to be this class disturber, this guy that looks for everybody's trouble in class. And I was boiling, and I said, the next time that this guy flicks my ear, I'm going to stand up in front of everybody and give him a hot slap.
Were you actually going to do that?
As in, I was prepared.
Hey, God.
I was going to give the guy pop with all, you know.
Because he's somebody that used to be very gentle in school, so I
don't know where you guys got that notion. It's different between, yeah, gentle doesn't mean that I didn't know how to stand up for myself, you know. So I was really annoyed, and I was like, I was not taking it. I was ready to, boy, did you get?
Yeah.
Just as I was having that thought and giving the guy that eye, like, just do the last one, and, you know. These two ladies behind me just burst out laughing. And I was just like, why are these ones laughing? Are they laughing because, like, oh, it's funny? And then her friend now said, couldn't you have just kept it in a little bit longer? Why did you have to mess it all up? Now he knows. And I was like, I don't understand. He knows what's going on here. And then it hit me like, it was girls. It was ladies. These two girls. I was like, Father.
That's why I would have slapped.
I would have slapped you. So yeah, we got talking, and
yeah, we became like friends, you know.
Real
We
good
started hanging out, you know, talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
books. Just
I found out that she was a fellow intellectual, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, that's, you know, the thing that draws me into another person. But that, you know, made us to be able to connect on, you know, deeper levels. And, you know, I read novels. She was into novels.
Yeah.
I spoke about Ted Dekker, and surprisingly, she knew who Ted Dekker was. Right?
I did not know who you were. It was the spelling I got, and you were impressed that I got the spelling.
She could spell Dekker.
Yes. Because I feel like normally if you hear Dekker, you want to spell it as D-E-C-K-E-R. Yes.
She got it right. She was like D-E-K-K-E-R. I was just like, you know, like, this girl, you're intelligent. Like, you're on my level.
Wow.
Before I knew it, I was looking forward to every econs class, combined biology every now and then. It wasn't always that biology was combined. Geography too also, not always. But, you know, I was looking forward to those classes.
Yeah.
You know, just so I could sit down, gist and chat and talk with her, spend more time.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to break time.
Yes.
I was looking forward to closing time.
Yes.
I used to walk her home every single day.
Yeah.
Like, her house and school. But it's not that far actually, because I'm used to trekking.
Now that we are grown, it's not that far, but it's still quite a distance.
It's quite a distance.
Yes.
We're kids then. I just trek with her, like walk with her all the way to our home every day.
Yeah.
And then walk back. Meanwhile, same school, see my house sharing the same fence. You understand? Literally.
I mean, to be honest, I actually liked him back. But that was not from that first time. And there was a time where I started liking him. I started finding him attractive, you know. But just this realization that we are in secondary school, you know, if I like him, he likes me. Like, then what? How old were we? How long was it going to take before that feeling could develop into something more? Like, everything just seemed overwhelming, you know. Then coupled with the fact that someone had told me that he had a girlfriend, you know, so that I shouldn't even bother. So I just felt overwhelmed, frustrated, like these feelings are just going to frustrate me, you know. So that's how I went home one day and I prayed, you know. I was like, God, please take away these feelings. I don't want to have feelings for him, you know. And before you know it, though, that was how suddenly I just started seeing him as a normal person. The feelings I used to have before just went. I just started seeing him as a normal person.
I remember when she told me this story, I was just like, God, you answered that prayer. I know I like that girl. And yeah, in retrospect, of course, he answered.
Yes,
just like she said, we're kids.
Yes.
What was gonna happen?
Yes.
Even to me, she said she had all those thoughts. I'm like, that's so mature of you to have thought all of that. My mind did not.
That was one
I'm
of the
not sure my mind was capable
of
such thoughts at that time.
Really
I just know I liked you.
Just knew you liked me. That was why I didn't really badu. Like, I did have crushes, you know, in secondary school, but I just felt like the whole point of, oh, you're my boyfriend, girlfriend, like, where is he heading to? You know, that was one of the things that just made me not really enthusiastic about the whole dating thing in secondary school. Yes. So after secondary school, you know, we still kept in touch. We got into uni, you know, and yeah, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
I got into uni before her.
Yes.
She had to wait an extra year because she didn't get admission that time.
Yeah.
And I remember her like, oh, will you still remember me? Will you forget me? I was like, see this one. What makes you think that I'm ever going to stop liking you? Like, I got my eyes set on you, you know. And yeah, I wish I said it as directly as that. She finally got her own admission, then she got into school. Then, like she said, things changed though. Things changed.
Yeah.
Things changed. Yeah, so what changed?
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video, but I just wanted to explore. I went into uni with a not good mission at all, which I'm not going to say. But I just went in with this mindset of, oh, I want to explore. I'm 18. There are certain things that I felt that I had not experienced, you know. And I just felt like this is my very good friend. I used to consider him like, oh, my best guy friend, blah, 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 blah. But I just felt like he was too I felt like he was too nice, you know. Like, he was too nice. Like, and I wanted that bad boy experience, you know. Like, I don't know. I just wanted.
How did you guys say this sit down? I can be a bad.
I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's the novels I had read or whatever. You know, guys, when they say he's a bad boy, like he wears leather jackets, rides a motorbike, you know, something like that.
Oh my God, ride Okada like Bruce Lee.
So that was what just made me like not even want to have anything to do with him in romantic. I felt it was too nice, you know. So that was it. I just wanted to explore other people. Yeah. So
alright, so let me tell you what it was like for me. This girl that I liked since secondary school, who in my mind all these years also likes me too. In fact, as far as I was concerned, we were dating. We're boyfriend and girlfriend, even though I've never officially verbally asked her out.
You did ask me out. Have you forgotten? He actually did ask me out on WhatsApp. I don't know if you have forgotten. So what? You asked me out. In fact, I recorded it in my diary, which I even still have.
Wow.
He asked me. Okay. He asked me out on WhatsApp, you know. So I was like, don't tell me you're one of those guys that ask ladies out on WhatsApp, you know, that come and tell me to my face. But I was daring him.
Deflection.
I thought that because I didn't want to give him an answer. Imagine somebody pours out their heart to you, and he was like, even if it's just for a day, give me the honor of just being my girlfriend, even if it's for a day. Like, that was how desperate he was.
Oh my God! Are you sure?
See, I have it. I recorded it.
So cheesy.
I have a blog
because,
now.
Like, who I am now, I scorn such statements and such like.
That was what. Maybe I'll try and put it on the screen. that was what he said, you know. So just imagine someone pouring out their heart to you,
Oh
and you
my
don't
goodness.
feel the same way, you know. I couldn't bring myself. I felt like if I should say, oh,
The
I'm sorry,
poor
I
guy.
don't like you like that,
God,
like
the
we will
poor
no
guy.
longer be friends. And I was being selfish. So I was like, imagine you're asking me out on WhatsApp, come and tell me to my face. So when he came and he was confessing all these things, like live and direct, I was like, hey, I've entered. That was why I just ran away. Literally.
Our response was to run. If you can't be run, if you can't beat them, run.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so fast forward back
so
to uni time.
Uni time, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to call a lot, you know, like our friends. They used to say that this is your guy, is he working with MTN? I guess a lot of us got that.
Yes.
You know, and all of a sudden she wasn't showing. Like I still remember the exact day, the exact like the conversation I was having with you. I remember that. You know, my mom, I love my mom so much. Something happened that day and I was a bit upset. I was like, you know, and I wanted to go and pour out to her, and I remember pouring out. And then at the end of everything, you know, normally she you know, was understanding and all of that. And then she was just like, okay. I was like, I just finished pouring to you. What do you mean, okay? Like, is that what you have to say? You know? I still remember that day, and like,
yeah, I mean, I don't really.
Hence, I mean, like, henceforth, no. From then on, that's the kind of vibe she started giving me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine. No, yes.
I felt like he
like
was
out of the blues.
I felt like he was too emotionally available. Like he was too soft. Which is how I felt. Like you were too soft.
Yeah, like she started just like I was like, someone used to do like, you know, what do you call these people born in 2000 upward?
Gen Z.
Gen Z. Who are now the bloomers?
Bloomers are like
Or
the
blue-
older ones.
What do you call it, like the
Gen
2008?
X. I know there's Gen Z, Gen
Whatever.
Whatever.
Like,
I don't know.
these people may not relate with what we call midnight call. You know, where MTN used to give free midnight call if you have at least balance of 100 naira. I mean, someone used to do like from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. when it ends, and it's not enough. Then I will still go on until my 100 naira will exhaust.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, literally hours of talking on end without feeling it all night long. Then all of a sudden you are telling me, giving me one word answers. Okay, fine. She can see 5 missed calls on the phone. It's just like, hello, how far?
I would just see the calls and I'll just be like, like, please, I'm here living the uni life. Like this boy back in my hometown.
No, I can see it now clearly. You know, Satan had a code.
Satan.
No, I can see it now. Who can do such a thing?
Oh my goodness.
Anyhow, so.
Yeah.
And this went on for over a year. I
Yeah,
think. Like
yeah.
over a year. I didn't
Yeah.
give up. I kept trying.
In fact, like
faithfully.
2 years, Seth.
Yeah,
2 years.
like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to exaggerate, but
Yeah.
or like 2.
Yeah.
Like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm the kind of person that when I like someone,
Yeah.
everybody around me will know. So like, I've introduced her to my friends. I've shouted about her to, you know. You know,
Yeah.
I've done crazy things, you know.
Yeah.
I was planning to stand in the middle of the road, literally, like busy road, highway, and hold a
placard.
you know, a placard, happy birthday.
Yeah.
You know, and then my plan was that, you know, when I cross traffic, before anybody can get out of their car and come for me, I jump, you know. Hey, yeah, so much for being gentle, right? Everyone was noticing like this guy is putting in effort and he's receiving cold attitude. In fact, I got a reputation like for like strong man. My friends respected me for being, you know, a man of endurance. You know, in fact, in the future, when we eventually got married, I remember how they all shouted like, no, Uji, you deserved it. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, that was their reaction. But anyhow, at this point, it wasn't funny. I remember some of my friends were like, in fact, getting angry on my behalf. They're like, no, forget this person.
Yeah.
Like, no, fashion this person. They don't deserve. No, you don't deserve to be treated like this, and they don't deserve your attention. Actually.
Yeah.
But I didn't give up like that. So like,
Yeah.
for a whole 2 years, and then this is how it happened. The moment I now finally gave up,
Yes.
I was like, okay, fine.
I want to say, okay, no, say
Not that I gave up, but like I was like, okay, fine, I accept. There's nothing more I can do. I've done everything I know to do.
Yeah.
She literally was in school in a different state. It's not like I can go.
Yeah.
And I was working here, you know, a full-time job while schooling, you know. I can't leave my job and go, you know, like,
Yeah.
there's nothing I could do. It was out of my power.
Yeah.
So I just chose to accept. Okay, fine. So be it.
Yeah.
And then that's the point she
before you get to that, what was going through my mind during this whole period was that, you know, before I told you guys that I was like, the thought of him transferring attention and affection to someone else was scary. But now I was so convinced that this guy was like madly, like he was just too attached to me. I started praying. I said, God, please bring someone else that would just divert his attention. You get like, I knew that we would still like be keeping in touch at all different sounds, and I was cool with that. You know, I was like, God should bring someone else that would just take away your attention. Do you understand? Like, I felt like you were choking me. You was choking me with love.
He's killing me softly with his love.
That's what was in my mind. You know, yeah. So that was now my prayer. Yeah. So over to you.
Okay, so and then finally when I let go, that's when she, out of the blues, came back. At this point, in fact, like I deleted her phone number, you know, like it was painful, so I was trying to move on and get past it, you know. So I deleted her number. It was like a month later or so, so I was doing okay, getting along. Life was just life, you know, just they go. Actually, I was not. I was very heartbroken. I was shattered.
Yeah.
It hit me so hard. I felt like I lost my identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. You know, I lost my confidence, my self-esteem. That's why you should not put all these things in another person.
Yeah.
Or in people's validation of you. Yeah. Thank God for growth and progress. I can't even relate to those things now, but you know, then, you know, like, man, like I was shattered. I lost who I was, you know, so I was trying to move on. And then out of the blues, I get a WhatsApp message, how far, or hi, hello. I'm like, hey, good evening. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Who is this? And she's like, this is Nneoma. I was just like, pa, 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 pa. Oh my goodness, you know, options started flashing before my eyes. It's like possible things you can do right now. Tell her, you know, the nastiest things you can conjure in your mind and then block her, you know, or, you know, like all kinds of evil thoughts. I want to see
if you can put on this light. Yeah.
Okay, guys, sorry for the break. We had to put on the floodlights. Yeah. So yeah. Basically, you know, I thought about it like things to do. I was hurt, but then eventually I was like, hope, like, what if this time it actually works out? So I just played it cool, and we got talking again, and out of the blues, she was confessing feelings for me. I mean, like literally, like either that same day or the next day. Out of the, I've not spoken for like, was it a month or 3 months or
more than that?
Did you get like, okay, yeah, I cut off from you. Okay, it's like, I mean, it's when I gave up on you. Okay. It was like either a month or 3 months later that message came in. You know, but we hadn't been talking for a while. Yeah. And then just out of the blues, it's like, I love you. I'm just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Do you even know me? Like, you know me. You don't know me anymore. How? What did I do to make you fall in love? Like, deserve this? In my absence, all my efforts, no work. Then in my absence, is it jazz? Like, you know, I was just like, love that I did nothing to deserve. How do I keep it? How do I sustain it? How can I accept that kind of love? Suspect.
Me, I just kept saying, you know, the love of God. That what do we do to deserve God's love? God just told us, I love you because I choose you.
You know, like, this is real. You know, super story.
Like, seriously.
I was lost. Like, what is happening? Look, her friend was there with her, you know, in school. He collected the phone from her and said, hey, Yehuda, this is so. What she's trying to explain is that it was Dabby.
Really?
She loves you. She means it. I was like,
I think I must have probably told you.
Give it back to what you mean. Like, I was just like, who is this? Do you even understand the full scope of what's happening? How can somebody come out of the blues?
I even thought it was Alex. So it was Dami.
It was Dami, you know.
What?
I was just like, you know, I was.
God.
So it was just weird. Like, I have not even finished deciding how to forgive you. I'm still hurt. I'm broken. I'm still trying to heal. I don't even know how to look at, like, how to view you. And then hitting me with all this talk about, like, much overwhelm you.
Yeah.
So, and then she was not pressuring me for answer. Like, you accept? Do you accept?
I'm not using a pressure. I feel so humiliated.
See, man, that was just a dramatic period.
Yes.
And then okay, so
yeah,
there was like
things did not just work out at that period. Yeah.
So basically,
at first it seemed like things were going to work because we were talking like for hours before I would sleep. Sometimes till like the next morning. You know, we would talk consistently every single day for like 3 months. And then I saw that nothing was forthcoming. I was like, Kai, I beg you. Me, I don't understand your friendship. We'll be friends for 3 months.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I can't give you an answer. You know, it's been a while. We don't really know each other. Let's like just be friends again, afresh.
Yeah.
You know, and build up the friendship first.
Yeah.
You know, and so we were trying to do that, but she all the while is like, okay, this is meant to graduate into
something.
A relationship.
Yeah.
You know. Me, I was just not there. I was just not there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't answer. And I've told you why already. And also, I was afraid that like I said, I was broken at that point. You know? I felt like I was a shell of myself, a shadow of myself. And I was like, if I let you in, you would see that. If you couldn't accept the full me, my glory, then you come and see this shadow. I felt like you'd be like, I wouldn't be good enough for you, and you just like you know. And this time, you walk out, like you wouldn't keep on like with the relationship. And I felt like this time I would lose you for good, and I was like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. You know, I wasn't willing to lose her for good, so I wasn't willing to give her an answer. I wasn't willing to make that decision. And then eventually she got like fed up.
Yes,
she was like, you know, make a decision or not. You know, I can't keep treating you like I'm your partner without the commitment. So if we're not, then we need to like call it quits. And so that's how again
it just went cold.
And
like we just drifted apart
again.
Yes,
for like another 2
years.
No, like a year plus 2 years, because that's 2016 now.
Yes, it was not.
So the whole of 2017 we barely spoke. Maybe just once in a blue moon. Hi, I don't even know if you told me happy birthday that year.
Yes, I don't think I did.
That thing pained me. I was looking at my phone from morning till night.
Like for the
every
first
other
time,
person that wished me, you know.
For the first time, like in almost like forever, I felt like yes, I think I will finally let. That was how I felt. I felt like, you know what, I've put in my efforts. See me, just how many months of effort. I was already feeling frustrated. I felt like I've put in my efforts, and I think because before I did not know how I couldn't see a future without you. As in, I don't know, it just seemed like you would always be in my life. But this time around, for the first time in like forever, I felt like I'm finally letting you go. You know, I wasn't going to try to keep holding on to you anymore. That was how I felt. That 2017 especially. And we just drifted.
God of has won my battles for me. Even though it's getting dark, we're trying to round up, but the story plenty. This is even the summarized version. But
I think this 2018 is the last part.
2018 is where things finally clicked, right? Now, first of all, I have to say that like my personal walk with God, right? My relationship with God, I started finding like that healing that I needed. I was really hurt. I was really upset. I was very angry, particularly like at her, with how things went between us, what she had done to me. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, you know.
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
Okay, so
that was in the past. Now we are married.
We thank God. You know. So, I took it to prayers, you know, like my relationship with God had grown at this point in time, so this was something I could take to God, and I was like, God, now you have helped me. You know, you've helped me have a good life, like a good Christian life. Just this one thing. There's just this one thing. This one person that I hold in my heart. I want to know how to let this, like, cut off this person completely from my life. Is that allowed? You know, or is that like a violation of love? You know, and the more I prayed about it, the more it seemed like God kept directing me to 1 Corinthians 13, teaching me love is patient, you know, be long suffering. One by one, I was learning these things, these qualities, and practicing them with her. You know, and by the time I had finished going through those qualities, one by one, verse 4 to verse 8, it just became crystal clear in my mind. Like, I was healed of everything I held against her. I had let it go. I wasn't pained anymore. I wasn't angry anymore. I wasn't trying to cut her off. You know, before I used to pray and say, God, is it possible for me to, like, block, like, in my mind, cancel this person in my mind, like they don't exist to me? You know, like, I will love everybody else in the world. This person, I'll not hate them or anything, but they don't exist to me. You know, yeah, the answer is no. God just kept directing me back to love, and it just became clear that, like, you know, once that anger and everything was out of the way, like, actually this was someone I liked, and I don't see any was standing in the way. It's someone I still like, I can still see much potential between us. So it was clear to me that it's up to you, it's your choice. Do you want a future with this person? If you say yes, God will make it happen. If you say you want someone else, you want a fresh start, He would make it happen. It was my choice. And I chose her. I was like, you know what? I want to see this thing. I want to see this thing through to the end. Moku see as it go. It go ends. I want to see the end of this one.
You know,
it will be so sad to just let this sweet super story go just like that. So 2018. I had finally confirmed from the Lord that that I have to go ahead for her. You know, I've chosen her as my D1. She is. I chose. She is D1 for me, and I've gotten confirmation. I've gotten the backing of her heavenly Father. You know, He said, "Yes, you can have my daughter's hand." So she was still in school. I was just like waiting for her to come back from school for the break. Like I just knew. I knew how this would end. I was just like, you don't stand a chance. I'm going to get you this time. You know, she came back from school. Oh my goodness, that was for me. This is even the sweetest part of the story. Like, you know, of all the hustling, the pursuits. I was walking in one falungu.
I think,
and her house was like at the other end of. If I say town, it makes it sound simple. It's not town. I'm on one side of the state, she's almost on the other side of the state. You know, that's an exaggeration, but like, yeah, it was far. You know, like I was spending my whole salary on transport.
I think we'll even do another video just to talk about our dating experience. Like, sure. Some of the things we dealt with in dating and what I was dating was like. So
anyhow, I pursued her once she came back from school. Believe it or not, Sisi was in a relationship. I did not know, in my defense. But trust God now, he did his thing. So somehow the relationship ended within a matter of days. Even
though people feel like he was him that
feel like I came and forced her, or like this.
Like he dragged me, he snatched me from.
If I were to tell the full story, like my hand no day inside. You get it, just all worked out. So the relationship ended, and she was ready, like free for me. So even though she was still like, she now needed to do her own healing because she had been through a lot.
And I remember telling him that I just needed time. Like, you know, everything just seemed to be happening so fast. Seemed to be happening. I didn't want to just leave one relationship and then I'm going to another relationship. I just needed time to figure out myself. You know, even though my brother here did not want to know that one. I said, what do you mean?
It was now my turn. As you did me in 2016, give me answer. Yes or no. I wish I understood and I gave you more space so you could just have figured yourself out, you know, at your own pace. But it was okay. I mean, it is okay. So
and then that's how one day, you know, after we had been going back and forth, and then one day he just calls me and he's like, I'm coming to take you.
I was like, no, like, like this is it. I can't, like, this is the end. Like I'm making the choice for you. I'm coming to take you now. And she was like, okay.
Yes, I thought he meant he's coming to take me out.
Kai!
Also,
like look at the mindset of ladies out there.
And so that's how I was prepared. I was like, okay,
coming to take her out, like to go and eat, to go and flex, you know, to take you out on a date.
And that was how I was
I'm
getting
coming
ready
to take
for
you,
him.
like, I am making the decision for you. Since you have not said no, it's yes.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose me, Abi. It's as good as yes.
Yeah.
Let's start this thing. Today marks the date.
And you know that was how it started, you know. And when he came, I was like, okay, so where are we going to? He said, going to where? I say I'm coming to have you as mine.
Well, that's not exactly how it started though. There was still like,
but I think it was from there that I began to, I was like, okay, let me give him a chance, you know, because I was just struggling to trust him. I was like, this guy is too good to be true.
She was still afraid.
You
she
know,
was
like
what if he's angry, you know, and he wants to revenge?
No, that's not what I was thinking. No.
You had many thoughts. You said this to me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you said all kinds of, you told me all your doubts, all your fears.
My own?
You told me that, how do you know that, like, I'm not pretending and I'll, like, you give me your heart, I'll break your heart, like, as revenge. Do you know that in 2016, when I say options, that was one of the options that flashed in my mind, but thank God this was 2018, I was a changed man.
You know, because my thought was that, oh, if I should say yes to this guy, you know, once we start dating, he'll now start treating me like, he will not value that, because that's kind of what my experience had been, you know. I felt like, oh, you're pursuing me so seriously like this, you know, and nobody had ever pursued me the way he pursued me. Like, I think it was with him I knew what it meant to pursue a woman's heart, like to not just, oh, will you be my girlfriend, that's not pursuit. Oh, I love you, that's not pursuit.
What
you know,
yes,
what have you
eaten?
That's not pursuit. It was with him I knew what it meant to pursue. So, but I was so scared that if I should, you know, say yes, and then he'll just grow cold and like start.
She was afraid that, like, once she says yes, I would just relent, like, I would stop all those things I was doing, and I just relax, you know. And just
when eventually I was still too scared, even though we started behaving like people who were dating and all that. I still refused to accept we were dating. To me, I was like, nope, we're not dating, you know.
Wow.
Eventually I just decided to, you know what, let me just start trusting this guy little by little. And he shocked me, he surprised me, you know. He started treating me even better. I remember one time he had told me that he can't even give me the full extent of his heart until I become his. That was so touching.
I was telling her that, like, look, you haven't said yes yet, so I haven't actually committed to you. This is just me letting you know my intents and showing interest. If you say yes, then you have given me commitment, and like I commit to you, so I will, you know, I can now freely release my love and give to you. You know, for now you haven't said yes, so it's not yours to have, so I'm not giving it yet, you know, because if you say no, I waka.
And that was how we dated, and about 2 years after that we were married, and we became husband and wife to the glory of God the Father. And you know, those 2 years seem like such a long
the
time.
Glory of God the Father. What happened to Son and Holy Spirit? No, the point is to the glory of God.
To the glory of God.
Really God the Father.
Yes, guys. This is how we have so rushed to just wrap up this whole video so that it doesn't take too long.
Look at this lighting. I just look like black. Things allowed. I don't know what this video is going to look like.
Honestly, when I'm editing.
You guys, you see us, we started in daytime, we're finishing Tales by Moonlight. I'm sure it's only my teeth you are seeing.
Mosquitoes are just here biting me.
I don't know why it's always hard they're biting me, you know.
Oh God. Anyway, guys, even though sorry if you felt like this video, well, maybe I hope we made sense, our story made sense to you, but please feel free to check out the other video, the first video I did talking about it. And once we go through the video, if we feel like there are some important things that we needed to talk about that we did not talk about, we'll definitely release future videos, you know, just to try to cover some aspects, to cover the story and just talk about some things about our dating period, what it was like, the challenges we faced, the trials we faced, our engagement, you know, and all the drama and a lot of stuff. Don't worry, coming your way by God's grace. and by my husband's availability and cooperation. I'm booking you.
I do like I'm not willing.
No,
I'm
of course you
now.
are willing. I'm just telling you ahead of time. You know, I'm booking
This has
you.
to be a wife.
I'm booking you, yeah, and I will bring you the video, okay? Yeah, so we hope you found this video entertaining and interesting and you took something out of it. You learned something out of our story. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
Let us know your own experience too as well.
Yes.
Did you see Shege?
Did you see something?
You know, did you see something?
Yes.
Did you shower hala?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, okay.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll definitely see you in our next video.
For now, it's not just bye, it's good night.
Good night. Oh my goodness, yes.
Good night.
Good night.
I know. Bye, guys.
Bye.